Or What's the Matter, You Burning from Ice Cube. What's up, my peeps? 53 Shades Darker in the Philippines, coming to you with Huddle number 13. Yes, that's right, Huddle number 13. Yeah, I know it took a little while. I just came back from Davao. I want to say about maybe a week or two ago. So had to get back into the groove of things. Had a nice time over there. Went to the Calvin Sunshine Shoulders meet and greet, and it was phenomenal. It was off the hook. If you've never been to one of those meet and greets, I suggest that you go ahead and check it out. We had a blast, peaceful. Everything was just on point. Beautiful place. One thing I will say about it is it's a different place. It's very different. What you will find out and what you will see over there, it's very, very clean. So I know from what I'm hearing, the ex-president had something to do with that. Keeping the place really, really clean. I believe he is in that area, or he lives in that area, or he's from that area. One of the two. But I will say it's a very, very nice and clean place. Not a whole bunch of dogs running around. A place that's just very nice. I would live there. From what I've seen, and I know it's not probably like that everywhere. But the area that I was at, very, very clean. And also went to Samal Island, which is probably about a 7-minute boat ride from the area that I was in, which was very, very nice. Nice island, very, very clean. Just had a good time. So that's what I've been doing over these couple weeks. So I didn't forget about you guys. I didn't forget about the huddles. And I'm going to be starting back on either weekly or 2 weekly, depending on how I feel. So back to the huddle. So in this huddle, I'm going to be talking about the topics that pretty much in the same format. Videos, my top 5, comments, and just some overall stuff that's been going on over here. So let's get this thing started off with videos. So video number 1. So you want to save money. That video, with over the 3 weeks that it's been going on, it's gathered, I want to say, about 1,400 views, which, did okay. I never look for the videos to do 10,000, 20,000. If they do, they do. People are going to look at your videos if they want to. And if they don't, then that's fine. If 2 people look at it, then I gave 2 people some information. So I'm happy for whoever looks at the videos. It's no competition. At least not for me. It isn't. So that video, I went to a place, it's called Tamiya. It was the first time that I checked it out. It was, somebody told me about it, and so I didn't know, and I happened to like Adidas, as you can see. I happen to like Adidas, so I just went to go look at it and see what they had to offer. It was kind of like your what do you call those places? It's not like a swap meet or anything. It's a outlet. Exactly what it is. It's an outlet, and they have pretty nice, decent shoes there, bags, anything that you want. And there's not just Adidas. There's Converse store. There's if you're into Oakley glasses, there's an Oakley store. There's a Nike store. There's a few stores over there. So if you just happen to be in this area, Lapu Lapu, and you want to do a little shopping, you know, just tell the taxi driver, hey, take me to Tamiya, and you know, check out the stuff that they have. They have a pretty nice selection. So I don't really see too much what was so special about that video, just besides that I'm just showing different things, but I guess the people like to see it. So they looked at it and it's still going up. It's not, you know, massive views, but it's just, I guess the algorithm picked it up or whatever, but that was on that video. And you can save a lot of money because they had some really 50% off on some nice gear. And I asked the girl, I said, hey, shout out to the girls over there and the crew that helped me out. I said, how often are they having these sales? She said, we have these all the time. A lot of things, they stay 50%. So if you happen to be over in this area, go check them out. Pretty sure you'll like some stuff, you know. So Adidas. So number 2, the second video didn't do so well, and I want to say within the 3 weeks that it's been out, it got just reaching over 100 views. I just thought I'd showcase some basketball stuff because that's the main sport over here. I would like it if they played football. You know, some of the high school kids, or even some of the youth, because I grew up on Pop Warner, where we played football and things like that, but they just happen to like basketball. So I went over to the little basketball gym. There's a gym right down the street from me. There's a gym that people go to, and they check that place out. I think on Saturdays and Sundays, you go over there, you pay like, I don't know, 10 pesos for 2 hours, or 20 pesos. It's very inexpensive, and you get to play in the gym there. And those guys, they play in their slippers, as I was saying in the video. I don't know how they do it, but they play in slippers, and some good talent out here in basketball. And yes, Kobe Bryant is their favorite basketball player. But anyway, I just thought I'd highlight some basketball and some of the stuff that they do. But it didn't get a lot of views, so for some reason, I don't know. But it is what it is. Let's get down to my top 5. Top 5. When I say top 5, I'm going to start from 5 to 1, with 1 being number 1. Number 5. Let me put on my Steve Harvey glasses. You know, once you turn 56, vision start going out for some reason. So, gotta have on my glasses, the dandy glasses. Still look all right in them though. Number 5. Instant family. Well, 53, what do you mean by instant family? I mean, having an instant family once you get here to the Philippines. You might become a family of 6, a family of 7, because a lot of the people here. So there's some people, not all, some. I mean, let's say a vast majority. You might meet somebody and they might not tell you that they have children. Now, there's nothing wrong with, this is just my opinion, there's nothing wrong with dating someone who has kids. As a matter of fact, I did it before. I wouldn't do it again. And I'm going to tell you why. Now, let me change that. I'll do it. If that came back around, in my circle, I would only do it if they had one, and they would have to be no more than 5 years old. And I have my own personal reasons. So when I make everything that I talk about, it's either something that happened to me, so I'm talking from experience, or it's from some friends that talk to me and tell me their situation, right? So sometimes it's personal, sometimes it's something that happened to me, and sometimes it's because a friend came to me with this. So with this, my own personal opinion, I'm not knocking nobody that does it, and we're talking about here in the Philippines, and maybe all across the world. But here, since I'm here, I see what goes on, and I hear things and talk to people. So what I'm saying by that is, sometimes people might not tell you, oh, I have 4 kids. And a lot of times they could be from 4 different people, 4 different men, or 3 different, so you might all of a sudden unknowingly jump into something and create an instant family. Now, this is the true statement. Let me have a shot of my not a shot, a sip of my thirst quencher. True statement. I was told by a person that a lot of people, they have all these babies, and then they just go and meet a foreigner because the foreigner is going to take care of them. So it happens. I'm talking about, I see it all day long. Guys walking around with little kids that's like 2 years old. One, he's holding one, the mother's holding one. She got 2 walking with her. Or at the store, at the restaurant, you're gonna see it. So the problem is, in the United States, and this is true stuff. In the United States, we're held accountable for producing babies. You're gonna be responsible for that. As if the female or the male, could be vice versa. If one of them decide that they gonna go to court and do something, they're gonna go to court, which we call child support, and you're gonna be made to pay for your responsibility. Well, over here it's different. It's different, and there's not like something that's saying, hey, you're having this baby, you're having 3 or 4 babies before you go on to the next family. You have to take care of this over here. It's not like that. There's no real accountability. And, I know just because we do it in our country, other countries, they do the same. I paid child support, and I paid a lot of it. And I still took care of my kids. But the point that I'm trying to make is, if you come, make sure you dig deep and find out. And I'm not talking about digging deep that kind of way. Well, you could do that too. But I'm talking about look into that person that you're dealing with. Make sure, because you might not find this information out until you get knee deep into it. And then next thing you know, hey, this is the situation. So if you don't want an instant family, then I suggest make sure you do your homework and really verify, because I see that all day long walking up and down this strip, guys with 4 and 5 kids that's not theirs. And God bless the ones that want to do it. And like I said, coming from some experience, I did it before. I will never do it again. And it's because lessons learned. In the end, you might get screwed over like I did. Not saying to everybody, but it can happen to you. It can very well happen to you. I'm talking about 10, 15, 16, 17 years down the line after high school graduation kids. You might get surprised because my personal opinion, the kid is always going to want to gravitate to their own father. No matter what you do, no matter how good you are, not all, but if the father is there around or still keeping in contact, it's just a natural thing. The kid is gonna always want their real father. And sometimes the father could be a piece of garbage. They're still gonna want him. So everything that you do, down some years, you might feel a certain way when that kid pretty much say, yeah, you did this, but I want my father because you're not my real dad. So it doesn't happen with all, but I'm just saying, just be careful. Like I said, if one, you can work with that. You know, me personally, one is the max. No more than that. That's just me. And we can agree to disagree. Some's not gonna like that. I'm just telling you my personal opinion about it and how I feel about it here in where I'm at right now. Number 2. Insurance. Health. I can't stress it enough. And you hear other channels. I hear Calvin saying this same thing, but people just don't understand. They just don't get it. They just don't think about it. You better make sure you have some health insurance over here. If you're coming over here, you better have something because your insurance in the United States don't work over here. And from what I'm hearing, if you get sick or if your bill is high, they're not going to let you leave until you pay that bill. There's people on the internet right now that need help because they don't have the insurance or they don't have enough to pay for some medical bills. You know, you got to make sure you get it because you can get it out here. You can get some insurance. There's a website and there's plenty places where you can get some insurance that if something happens to you, you're going to have an ambulance ride. You're going to be able to pay the medication, pay for the medication. I want to say I did a quote over here, and it was about, what was it? It was about, I want to say it was about 40 or 50, like 40,000 for the year. 40,000 pesos for the year. And you have to renew that every year, but it qualifies you for ambulance ride, emergency visits, inpatient, outpatient. You're covered because it's just different here. You know, back at home in the U.S. where I'm from, I'm not telling people to do something wrong, but in the U.S., it's against the law for them to turn you down if you don't have insurance. They still have to treat you because it's a matter of humanity and life and death. Yeah, they're gonna send you a bill. They're gonna send you a bill. Ambulance ride. They're gonna bill you. You know, some people might not have it right away. They pay it later, but they're gonna still treat you. Here, not so. They'll treat you, but they're not letting you. From what I'm understanding, they're not letting you out of the hospital until you pay that bill, and that bill will mount up. I was talking to one of the foreigners here, and he slipped and fell, and he busted his kneecap. And I mean, he's about my age, 50, 56, ex-military. He busted his kneecap and had to get stitches. They charged him $90,000. That was just to clean the wound and treat him. 90,000 pesos. So I'm thinking 50,000. That's about $1,000 US. So you add another 30,000. You're talking about another 600. So that's about almost over maybe 2,000 or a little more than 2,000. 90,000 pesos. 2,000 just for a busted knee. You got to pay it right there. Better get some insurance or have some kind of special insurance over here because they don't play. Number 3. Number 3, safe sex. Let me say it again. Safe sex. What I mean by safe sex, I don't see too many condoms here. I'm not looking for none. But from what I'm hearing, a lot of people don't believe in condoms here. They don't. They like to go bareback. So you have to think about this. There's a lot of, I don't have the exact numbers, but venereal diseases don't just stop in the United States or Germany or Japan. It's all over the world. It's all over the world. You know, the gift that keeps on giving. You have to be careful because although there's a lot of beautiful women here, a lot of beautiful girls here, the guys, they start thinking with their little head and not their bigger head. You got to make sure that you protect yourself. What did he say? Ain't no loving good enough to get burned while I'm up in it, or something like that. Or, what's the matter? You burning? From Ice Cube? You got to be careful because it's hot. It's like this hot. It's hot. Thank God I've never been in those kind of situations. But a lot of people, they don't practice safe sex. They don't. And a lot of these people, some people that's on these dating sites, they go from one guy to the next guy, 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 and then you. So imagine what can happen in between all that. Now, you do what you want to do because you're an adult. But I'm just telling you, out here, not my job, but my business is to keep you informed because I know somebody personally here that went to the doctor because they were burning. They were burning. You don't want that to happen to you. So that's why I'm making this video, because I'm trying to let you know it's hot out here. It's hot because everybody people are mingling, and there's a uptick in visitors. There's an uptick in passport holders that's coming here, and they're hearing about all this stuff about all these people over here. And guess what? They're handling some business. I'm not saying not to handle your business, but I'm just saying make sure you protect yourself. Strap it up. Lifestyles. You can bring them from your home country. You know, you want to feel the flesh. Then you're gonna have to make sure that you get something that's. I recommend Lifestyles if you're gonna be doing that. You know, just protect yourself. That's the whole bottom line. Protect yourself. You know, like boxing, protect yourself at all times. You know, shake hands, because ain't nobody really using nothing out here. And minoxidil 9 is not going to stop you from burning. You don't know what that is? Look it up. Just look it up. Minoxidil 9. That's not going to help you. Number two. Manners. What I mean by manners is, and people that live out here, they gonna know. I mean, people, not the people that live out here, but people that's coming or taking flights here, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. Manners. I will say this about the United States. We have our problems. And one of our problems is gun violence. Major problem. I was just reading something happened today at one of the high schools. Prayers to the families that's having to go through that. But one thing I will say that I did learn when I was in elementary school was manners. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Being polite. Yes, sir. No, sir. What else? Did I say thank you? Just general manners. Traveling 8,000 miles, that's going to change. I don't know, and I'm not talking about one particular place. I'm talking about several different places. And before anybody get on there saying that I'm talking about, oh, Americans are this, because not everybody have manners. But you were taught some. You can't say that you weren't. Maybe you're just not exercising them and are using them, but you were taught some damn manners. Even if it was from your grandmother, your mother, your pastor, or somebody, you were taught manners somewhere. But what I'm saying is, once you get on that plane and cross that water, you might see a difference. And I don't know if it's being taught or if it's not being taught, but you're going to see that it's different. It's just different. A lot of people, and I'm not going to say what particular, but I'm just going to say some people, they don't have manners at all. And it's going to be irritating to you because you're going to see, wow, I mean, you just coughed in my face and you don't say, excuse me. I give you my money and you, in your hand, and you just put it on the table. It's just different. It's just different. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, don't get mad, because it could be a cultural thing where people are not shown that. It's not taught. It's not being trained. But you're gonna think, when you come across that, you're gonna think about 53 Shades Darker. Told you that. Your first time here, or you might already experience it already. You're gonna say, man, the guy said that. It's like, it's like, is that a thing that nobody knows of? They never heard of it? Because it's hard. It's hard to come across. Rarely will you hear excuse me, or thank you, sir, or I'm sorry, excuse me, or anything. Jump right in front of you, nothing. So experience it for yourself. So some of you guys out there, leave it in the comments if it's happened to you already. Let me know, because I want to hear about it, because I know I'm not the only one experiencing this or seeing that. It's just a different place. Okay? So, number one. We had 28 minutes. Number one. Filipina relationships with foreigners. it's a different ball game. You know how we say back in the United States, oh man, these women over there, they just different. I want somebody different. I want somebody who don't have an attitude, somebody who knows how to treat their man. So from people that I know and some experiences, you know how the term the grass might not be greener on the other side? Well, instead of having that attitude, that bad attitude, you might get tempo. You might get severe jealousy. I'm talking about to the max. Severe jealousy where you can't even go dump the trash without the person thinking that you're out there looking for some woman. And you can be 10 feet from that person and they think that somebody is out there that you're trying to talk to them. Or their understanding is way different than yours. And no matter what you say and how you say it, because you have a different language, and I'm not talking about English language, but I'm talking about understanding. Yours is just different. They don't understand that. They could not, maybe they don't understand how you explain something to them. Now they go to the far left corner with it. And have not an attitude, but like an argument. You know, so you're running away from sugar, brown sugar, or you're running away from, it's just a analogy. Not talking about anybody's color. You run away from white sugar to brown sugar. You still got the same sweetness, but it's just a different look. It's just a different taste. Same sweetness, but different taste. That might not be a good analogy, but I'm just thinking like this. You run away from that person that got the bad attitude, then you come 8,000 miles and you get a different kind of attitude in a different form, like a different variable called tempo. And if you have never dealt with tempo, it is not something that you want to deal with. Or if you haven't dealt with the massive jealousy, or the not understanding what you're trying to say and express, because their understanding of it is totally different. So you have to really, really careful of your words. And a lot of people think that it's easy. You have to know how to master a Filipino woman without upsetting that person, upsetting her. You have to know how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, you're going to be in for a world of drama. It's just like you back in the States, but a different type of version. It's like a new era. So that's number one in my opinion, because everybody think that there's these sweet people, which they are, but there's other sides to a Filipino woman that you have to experience to know and see exactly what I'm talking about, because it's just a different type of it's hard to explain it. Some guys help me out in the chat. I know people know what I'm talking about. It's just the guys that have never been here, they don't know. So I'm trying to let them know so they can understand. Okay? So those were my top 5. Those were my top 5 for the week. Now let's go into comments. This comment comes from one of my buddies, who I consider one of my buddies on social media, Cisco International. Shout out to you, Cisco International. So I'm gonna read this comment. This comment says, I have never seen a place. It was from the video. I have never seen a place cleaner than this place. He was talking about when I was in Davao. So yeah, it's like I said in the beginning, very, very nice. They do a good job over there. I like it. I would even consider even having a condo out there. Somewhere close to Samal Island though. So very, very nice place. So I want to thank you for your comment, man, and I appreciate your support for the channel. Thank you. The second comment comes from user JZ5TS8WXGV, I believe. And he says, "Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Good evening. When are you having that massage in Gaisano Island Mall?" Actually, I know who that is. It's not a guy. It's a female. That's a masseuse. The best massage person I ever had, and I'm gonna make that person my personal massage person because they know exactly what they're doing. And if you need that massage, go to the Gaisano Island Mall. I can't remember her name. I have it somewhere written down, but I can't remember her name. But if you email me, I can get you directly to that person if you want a good massage. And she's even said that she'll come out to the house and personally do a personal massage. Very reasonable price, and do a really good job. So thank you for that comment. I appreciate it. I will be seeing you for my next massage. So that's all I have for this week. I want to give some special thanks out to you guys that subscribe to the channel. I remember this journey. It's been a long journey, almost a year. It's been a long time coming. Those watch hours are a killer. I'm just under about 280 something hours for watch time hours. They're no joking. You have to get like 3,000 to 4,000 hours. I believe it's 3,000 now. 3,000 watch hours. Getting the subscribers wasn't that hard. It didn't take that long. But I remember when I first started, climbing that mountain. Seemed like it took forever. But I want to thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We have, I want to say, 1,260 something subscribers now and climbing. And I appreciate all you guys' support. And I enjoy making the content. Hope you guys enjoy the content. There's plenty more to come. I will be doing some more video back in the Twilight Zone as I head back for my 6-month run. Do 6 months here and then 6 months there. So until then, I'll see you on the next video. And like I always say, be kind to one another. We all humans. We all need each other. If you don't know how to be kind, learn how to get kind. It's only one race, and that race is the human race. Okay? Be careful, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.